Fantastic. We have video.
Do we? What's up?
Yes, everything is working. Everything's back up and running. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and coming back to the second version of this stream. If you saw the live stream yesterday, if you saw the State of Play stream yesterday, then you know that this whole fucking thing is kind of held together with duct tape and pencils. I don't know how they work together, but sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. But thank you. This is PSVR GAMESCAST Live, where we film live every Tuesday afternoon and bring it to YouTube live every 12:16 Eastern.
16 goddamn minutes.
Right, absolutely. We're twice as good this week because it's 8 times 2. As always, I'm Brian, Paul, Desra, Amanda, and Jeremy at the far end.
As always, Amanda. Wait.
I don't know, whatever. You know, it's like we should always
have a special guest.
You're always invited, right? Well, you are special.
Yeah.
And you are a guest.
Yes.
But you're always invited.
Well, that's like if the credits roll, starring Brian Paul,
yep,
Jeremy King, Desra, and special appearance by
Metcat.
No.
Madman.
Nonsa.
Okay. Brody.
Right.
JD Max. Anybody else?
Well.
Stay warm. 420. Also,
self-destruct.
Self-destruction. Yeah. I mean, like all the cats. You guys know who you are.
Self-destruct.
So anyway, this is PSVR GAMESCAST Live. This is what we do. We screw around and we try to make sense of things that are not sensible. And I drink lots of coffee and then I stress the fuck out over things that don't work.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Thank you for being here with us.
He pulls his hair only the top.
I'm going to repeat it only because, since we did have to restart the stream, make sure you join us over on the community on the PlayStation 4. PSVR... No, that's not right. What is it? What's our community name? PSVR Without Parole Game Cats, all one word.
Yes. Yeah.
Just Game Cats, not PSVR Without Parole Game Cats, all one word.
Right.
That'd be a lot of letters altogether.
It's a lot of letters.
It's PSVR Without Parole.
PSVR Without Parole Game Cats.
No, just PSVR Without Parole.
That's our
also
on our Discord.
Sorry, yes, Discord.
On our Discord server, make sure you join us over there as well. The link's in the description. Just join us, and hopefully you'll never have to deal with this kind of crap again. Man, oh man, it's been crazy couple days for PlayStation VR.
Certainly,
and it just got crazier. April is going to be insane.
Every day is going to be insane.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't. You know what? Let's still do this the way we normally do this because I want to make sure we don't miss anything important. In fact, let's start out right away with a Catnip Games update.
Hey, Grim.
Hey, Grim.
It is Grim. Well, it's not Grim.
It's not.
Grim Catnip the Game Cat is recovering well. He's home from the hospital. Everything's going well. He's been approved to go back to work.
Yes, we found that last night.
Congratulations, dude.
He must love that.
Yeah, right. He's like, did you miss not having to go to work and having a great excuse not to? Because that would be nice.
You don't have that report yet? I'm sorry, I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, life called.
Yeah, really. Heaven called, but I didn't answer.
But so this week's update actually comes from our good friend CR95 Games, aka Cloaked Reaper, the Game Cat, filling in for Grim Catnip. So let's check that out real quick. It's only a couple minutes, so let's do that 1, 2, 3, go.
What's up, everybody?
Take 2.
We're here with Big Fat Frog, Wonder Rob, and Cloak Reaper celebrating the Catnip Games. We just played Rush for 2 hours. It was a ton of fun. Rhodey couldn't be here because he had an update. But we're here with your Catnip update in honor of Grim Catnip, hoping he can get better soon. So here we go. I hope you enjoy the clip of Rush. Here's what we did.
Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this.
Familiar.
Fuck. This game just impresses you all the time. Look at this beautiful place that we are. The stars and the... That's incredible.
Don't make me look up. I can't do that kind of tracking.
Head tracking, look at that. There's a Big Dipper. Look right there. Just look straight up.
Only one person finished? One person finished? Oh my gosh, I don't feel bad anymore.
That means I came in second because I'm just about to finish. Boom.
Yeah, I would like to say I hope you get to have a really super quick recovery, and I hope all comes out well, and take it easy. We got the games covered for now. You're in super good hands right now, so and best wishes. I hope everything works out good for you.
Take it, Wonder Rob.
All right. Take it.
You know what? First of all, Grim, all right, you gotta knock this shit off, all right, man? How dare you? How dare you, man? I was so worried about you. I sat there for like 2 nights without sleep. All right. Seriously, though, I love you, brother, and I've been real worried about you, and I hope you're doing better, and we're still in here having fun. It's not as much fun.
We'll see you soon, Catnip. We'll see you soon. We'll know you'll be back
Definitely.
here hosting for us soon, man. All right. Enjoy the rest
See
of
you
your
soon, buddy.
takeover.
See you.
How about now?
No audio.
Here we go.
No sound. Oh, so many people said it.
Yeah, well, people like to repeat.
Yeah.
Like I said, they want to make sure that they know that there's an echo, that there's no sound, that the video's frozen. I was like, but then the chat's so delayed
Oh, right.
Yeah.
that I'm like, after I fix the problem, I'm still like waiting 5 minutes to
Right.
see if the problem's been fixed, and then no one tells me that it's fixed. Of course,
You're
only the
still
bad
seeing
things.
It, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's so
a
delayed.
lag.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Cave Digger VR. Cut. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep it. That's not Cave Digger. What in the hell is going on?
Hey, they're still saying no sound, but I don't know if it's still
Yeah,
delayed.
you can not even tell me what they're saying because I don't care because I can't fix it if it's still broken. So this is
Oh, we can hear you now. There we go.
exactly.
Yeah.
It always happens eventually. It's like I know it's always gonna be fixed eventually. So this is not Cave Digger. This is instead broken. This is Tales of a Fragmented Star, I believe it's called. It's coming out this Friday. Very strange.
Yeah.
Even stranger is the $25 price tag,
Right.
and it seems like you're just stranded on this planet with this girl, and you are like helping solve problems, and she is not very helpful.
Okay.
Like you basically just point at things and tell her what to do. Like you, pretty soon you're going to turn around and see a big switch, like a big lever, and for some reason you had to tell her to go pull the lever, and then she goes over, walks over, she hangs on the lever for like a minute, can't pull it down, and then she goes, "I can't do it." And I was like, "What are we doing here?" Right?
Yeah.
So Tales of Fragmented Star. There's the lever. Oh, look, you look, and it's one of those like don't use a controller game.
Okay.
So you just kind of like gaze at the lever,
It was
and
less
then she
helpful. They
walks
just point at
to the
things
lever.
and want each other to do it, and apparently one of them can't do it.
Apparently, we're both fucking stranded on the star. We're never getting
Done.
off.
Yeah.
That's how this is going.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow,
So,
she is literally just staring at it.
oh, and
Yeah.
what? Let's, you know what? And just for fucking fun's sake,
Yeah.
let's keep watching the trailer because she's about to. Oh, she's looking at it. She's thinking about it. She got it.
She jumps.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be some kind of like cheesecake sort of thing where you're just looking at her and that's actually
I
the point
hope
of the
so.
game?
Otherwise, there's nothing here,
Wow.
right? And she's still holding on. Oh yeah, and then
No,
she's.
nothing.
I can't do it.
She can like put her feet on the wall and like push down, do like one of the.
Yeah, she could climb up on top of it and start jumping on it or
Jump on
something.
it, you know? Come on.
Something. Give it all you got, girl.
You're on a star. Fucking get off of that thing. I would be doing everything I could to jump on that lever.
Yeah.
I once
So-
worked at a glass fab, like a
Yeah.
glass factory. Very, very possibly dangerous things could happen there.
Making pipes and
No,
bong
making
pieces.
like 148 inch
What?
sheets of glass.
You've worked every job
Yeah, I
on the
know.
face of the planet.
The point being, during lunch break, in our cafeteria area, there's your snack machine, and there's a guy who actually had the stereotypical put his money in and his chips or whatever got stuck.
Okay.
He jumps up on top of the machine, puts his feet in where the food comes out, puts his hands on top, and is rocking the whole thing back and forth.
Wow.
And he's not stranded
And
on the
he's-
star.
Yeah.
He just wants his
chips.
like 50-cent chips.
It's like, oh my god, this is the guy on my team I'm counting on to help keep me safe while we're dealing with this potentially hazardous
Right?
stuff.
Thank God he's very delicate
But did
with the
he get
glass.
it? Did it work? That's what we want to know.
I think someone named Moose, hi Moose, there's no way you're watching this, but
Oh.
basically picked him up and said, don't do that.
Oh,
The name
So-
Moose. Yeah, I think he would pick him up.
Moose is a big guy.
Yeah.
But
We should go get that bag of chips out of that machine. Let's
that's
go.
all I could think of when I saw that.
You know what's great is that so today I was trying to get the show together, for some reason it takes 3 hours to get this live show together. I was like, oh, we'll just do it live and everything's going to be great. And then it'll take less work.
Do it live.
Okay, the answer is, so not only is it broken half the time, but it also takes way longer to prepare for.
Yeah.
So all the trailer, for some reason, every single trailer we've watched over the last year, missing from my computer. So all these things that are finally being announced and coming out and release dates and stuff, I was trying to get them all together for the show. Non-existent. Non-existent. I was like, you're kidding me. We've never, ever talked about Vacation Simulator on this show. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Anyway, so the trailer that we were going to watch is this one. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Whew. I was nervous it wasn't going to happen. So we've watched this trailer pretty much ad nauseum, right? For the last 3 weeks, because it came out in the UK and most of Europe 3 weeks ago, and it was supposed to come out here last week, according to the developer's website, and then it was supposed to come out this week, and guess what? It actually came out yesterday, just when it was scheduled to, for the third time, and I got to say, this is a lot of fun. Also, kind of divisive. It's a $10 game. It's just one of those cool mystery games where you don't know what to expect. It's all about the mystery of finding things and discovering things, and it could get really boring if you expect there to be any kind of action.
Right. Well, $10. I would give the title a lot of leeway if it's only $10.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, the biggest problem I had with this game was that every time you see an ending and it sends you back to the saloon here where you buy stuff, the first thing you pick up, if you pick up the pickaxe, it's stuck in your hand. Yeah, and you can't get rid of it, so you have to literally reset the game and get back into it. They fixed that before the US launch even happened.
Oh, great.
So
Nice.
so my review, outdated, but the game better than it was.
Nice.
Right? I'm I almost hate it when they fix games because then my reviews are outdated.
People are like, what is he talking about?
Right.
That
Yeah.
doesn't...
Right? Oh, and then I get comments. And I get comments going, what are you talking about? This works perfectly.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but Elijah didn't.
at the
Arizona
time.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Right? I need to basically do a new Arizona Sunshine review because everyone's like, there's all these options and all these control things and all these modes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, there were a show on the channel where we revisited titles that came out a long time ago and got patches and fixes and things like that.
and we dust the blow off of them.
Yeah, we should probably do that. It's a good idea.
No one will
Wait,
watch that.
we dust the blow off of
Maybe.
them?
Yeah.
Oh, we should maybe.
You've
release
never
on
watched the
Mondays.
channel.
No.
I'm getting that impression right now. Okay, so that also came out. That came out yesterday. The Fragmented Star game is coming out Friday. Is anybody watching the chat? Is there anything interesting happening in the chat?
Somebody was going to sell their PSVR for an Oculus Quest.
But then No Man's
Pete
Sky
said-
changed my life.
He says, is he mad for doing so? And everybody is basically saying yes.
Yes, you are mad for doing so.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Just buy an Oculus.
because
Keep the VR.
everyone's got money.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
Well, what are you going to get if you sell your PSVR? You know this hardware doesn't.
And Oculus
give you any
Go
kind of
isn't
money
the
back.
full Oculus experience.
Yeah,
it's like
I
everyone
thought he said Quest. He wants a Quest or Go?
A Quest. It's a Quest.
Yeah. So it's more of an Oculus experience.
Yeah, but it's still not like you still can't have the full, like getting rid of that to switch over to PC, getting rid of PSVR to switch over to PCVR. Maybe I could see that because you want the full titles, but not for the Quest because it's not the same thing. It's not the full PC experience. So be careful.
Yes, Pete.
Be
careful.
Be careful. Be
Yeah.
be careful.
Be aggressive. That's a great Faith No More
song.
tune. Yeah. Actually, that song was written by Roddy Bottom, the
And here it is, folks.
keyboard player.
This
I
is where we
believe.
go off track for the
Roddy
next
Bottom.
90 minutes.
He's homosexual,
Yeah.
and he was trying to write words that would make Mike Patton embarrassed to sing it. And Mike just
That
fucking
makes sense.
went to town with
That's
that tune.
awesome.
Yeah, it's a great song, great album.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
Faith No More, Angel Dust.
I always roll my eyes when you start talking, but then I'm always fascinated by what comes out.
Yeah, no, that's great. I had no idea.
Craziness. Yeah, what's up? Kramer 3K says there's 88 people
That's
watching and
true.
14 likes. Also, holy crap, man, we've never had so many people watching as we did for the State of Play live stream
Oh, that was
yesterday.
big
Yeah.
news.
I just want to say before we even get there, it was 400 people watching at one point. I was
That's
like,
awesome.
we did the PlayStation VR award show. This is only happening once
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah.
Last November. It was 150 people watching.
Yeah.
Maybe 200 at best. I was like, State of Play for 20 minutes. Killing it.
Well, I think that's something to do with YouTube too, because we went to watch it again afterwards. Because I was only sitting for a little bit. If you typed in "State of Play" in YouTube, the first thing that came up was not Sony's feed.
In
It
fact,
was
I
all of
couldn't
YouTube.
find Sony's feed.
Yeah.
Right.
It was
yes,
literally
yeah.
100 people saying this is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. We got to talk about another game that came out today called Angry Birds VR.
I was curious. I didn't get to watch your review yet.
I know it's so long.
They were.
The review's just fucking so long. It's like a 37-minute review. I can see how it takes time.
Well, you know what?
Actually, I beat the game in 37 minutes.
I listened to your.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is.
I chose to watch your state of play.
Thank you.
After when I got home, before I did the stream myself, I was listening to it. I was making dinner, watching, and then I chose to watch Angry Birds later.
So
Nice.
no spoilers, but is just Angry Birds in VR, right? They haven't added anything.
How do I answer that without spoiling it?
Yeah.
No spoilers, but can you tell me everything about this
actually
game?
the yellow one.
Right?
Spoiler.
Yeah, well, it's just. I mean, it's cool. It's in 3D. It's in VR. And we know VR changes everything, but at its core,
Well, I'm going to spoil everything for you. Angry Birds in VR is like Angry Birds Lite. Right? You only get 4 different types of birds.
oh, okay.
Which is like I looked around and there's more than 4.
Oh yeah.
Right? And you only get 50 levels, which sounds like a lot until you play the 50 levels and you're
Right.
like you beat all 50 levels in about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're like I got to go back and get all 3 stars in every level. And then like 2 hours after that you've gotten all 3 stars and you're like, "Oh, now what? There's no platinum trophy." Like, what was my reward for getting all of those stars? The answer is a gold trophy. I've got like thousands of those.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Anyway, but the fact is, it's fun. It's $15. Rovio, whoever the fucking developer is promising. It's promising more levels, but they're not saying if they're free. They're not saying if it's paid DLC. They're not saying really anything.
Knowing Rovio and how their pricing model and everything, I'm gonna guess it will not be free.
And that's the thing. It's like, but when you sell, they're selling their game basically saying 50 levels and more to come. That's how they're selling the game instead of saying 50 levels.
18 floors.
Expect DLC later.
Yeah,
But 18 floors has been free so far,
that's true.
right? So you get it's so far so good. I'm sure they're going to charge next time around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but this works great. You got 2 move controllers. It actually works perfectly for the most part. Just like any other game that uses 2 move controllers, if you're like facing the camera and you got one behind the other, you're gonna have a little stutter. But besides that, it's great. And I got my camera up really high, so for the most part, like I didn't have that issue.
Oh right.
It's all good. It's fun. You're gonna blast through it in just a couple hours and probably never play it again. To be honest with you, if you got kids and you let them play VR,
Yeah, if the kids find out about it.
Yeah.
That's.
yeah. You didn't watch the review? Did you watch the review?
I did not. I didn't even know it was up yet.
Sorry, you didn't watch
I'm a
the review.
step ahead of him.
I'm sorry.
I called my brother yesterday because my niece and nephew are like the biggest Angry Birds fans in the world.
Okay.
And I was like, this would be adorable. I called him. I was like, do you mind if? And he goes, what are you talking about? Your nephew has a YouTube channel. And I was like, oh, that's right. so I just put pictures of my niece and nephew up at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's adorable. Right?
I thought you were gonna ask him. Do you mind if they come over to play? It's like, no, we can't allow children here.
Yeah, that's a family rule.
Glass on the floor. There's.
That's not only a family rule, that's also a federal rule. Also, that came out today is a cute little game called Space Junkies. God, I hope this is the right trailer. I have no idea what's happening today.
I think Cambodia is supplying them.
Space Junkies. This is indeed the right trailer. Guys, I gotta say, I spent only a couple hours with the beta. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if this is gonna fill the void that Starblood's gonna leave soon.
Yeah.
But man, it is a lot of fun. I know that the big thing about this game currently is that it's DualShock 4 only, and that seems to be, other than the fact that it's multiplayer online only, is that it seems to be the only knock against it. Now, if you check the PlayStation Store, at least here in North America, AJ, aka Godcannon, aka PSVR Underground, aka he's got lots of names.
He does have a lot.
He sent me a text and said, on the storefront, it says move support compatible. And I'm like, ooh. So I think we're here. So I tried the game. It does not support the move. Right? Just wanted to double check, make sure. Obviously, they've heard the feedback. This might be a sign of things to come. I think we're going to get move support sooner rather than later. So for anyone who's holding off, hold off just slightly longer. And I'm betting you'll see move support soon. There's no reason this game can't be played with moves. It's great. And I think with moves it'll be even better. Let's fade back. Fade back. There we go. Ooh, I like it. Oh, I didn't realize that the without Parole games at the bottom of the screen there, it actually like zooms into the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that like fucking 4 years ago and never changed it. I didn't realize. And that's Space Junkies. Space Junkies is a lot of fun. If you didn't try the beta, it was free. What were you doing?
Yeah.
What were you doing?
I was working all day Saturday and then going to the doctors on Sunday. And
what were you doing? You weren't at the doctors.
Not yet. Well, one day.
But yeah, but beta's
Thursday.
The beta wasn't. Yes, the beta isn't Thursday.
No.
Yeah, none of you have an excuse.
What did I do?
It's a free game, and no one played it. No opinions
Oh,
are.
my options. I had some pathetic options for Saturday night. So
Is this no,
single life.
I'm gonna
So
roll my eyes and then
it's
get
pathetic.
fascinated.
Yeah, this is what my life is now when I have nothing to do. So my option Saturday night, I had an option. My cousin on like Thursday, we wanted to go see something Captive State, something State with John Goodman.
Oh yeah.
Forgetting the
I
name.
think you're right. I think
But the
it's
show
Captain State.
times are fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna go see the movie one showing at like 10:30 at night. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't want to see it that bad.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I guess we're having a party for my dog on Saturday. So I'm like, really? So he's like, yeah, you can come over if you want. So Saturday I gotta work. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? So I'm like, I really don't want to go to a dog party. So I went to the grocery store, and I'm at the grocery store, and I'm like, you know what? So I call my ex-wife. I said, hey, I'm gonna come over and hang out with you, your husband, and the kids. She's like, all right. So I went home, made a pizza, ate it quick.
You ate a pizza?
Cauliflower
You already had a
crust.
better weekend than me.
The cauliflower crust, this new thing that's around, it's made out of cauliflower. Cause
I'm suddenly not interested.
I am
it's amazing.
not on board.
Yeah.
because I can't eat the bread.
Oh,
and
right.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause
So-
you're old.
Getting old, my stomach can't handle anything. So it's incredible pizza crust, and I went over and hung out with my ex-wife, her husband, their daughter, and my kids, and then I went home and went to bed. That was my Saturday night. So I could have played the beta. If I'd known, I would have had plans. I could have stayed in and played some VR.
What do you do for a dog party? That's what I want to know.
He just said his girlfriend and
There
her
it
two
is.
friends
Okay.
and some dude and his husband, wife.
Self-destruction says, damn, Brian is the only one out there that plays PSVR stuff. Fire them bums.
Hey!
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I do play VR stuff. I'm just deliberately out of date because I'm playing stuff for the show.
I'm deliberately out of date.
that guy as Will says cauliflower crust is actually really good, but keep in mind this is the same guy who endorsed Squishies.
Hey, you know what? We all have a dark past. You know?
It was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, that's a past.
We love you, Will, and I will forever remember your love of Squishies.
I loved
Forever.
Darkened Sky on GameCube.
He gave me some shit in the DM. Yes, you bring it up like every 3 months. It's up there. He gave me some shit in the DM chat the other day. He was I was making fun of him for the Squishies thing, and he was like, "Hey Brian, how about you not review Angry Birds VR and finish your fucking Mage's Tale and Downward Spiral reviews?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, those might be slightly more important." Also, never publishing the Mage's Tale just out of spite now.
Yeah.
Yep. Too many people have asked where it is, and I'm like, I'm sorry. It's now here and not here.
No, you know what you do? A year from now, be like, I'll look back on a game that we reviewed a year ago, and then do an updated one and have it just be your review.
People would just
be like,
think it was just. Yeah.
they're like, search, where's the original?
Right.
You can't find it. You don't deserve it.
That's what, yeah, we have to just stare. I'm looking at the camera. It's like, yes, we already released that.
Yeah.
You missed it.
Yes, Will, it is really good. I've actually, any kind
I
of
don't
pizza
believe 'em.
that I've had that's been like gluten-free, it's been like just horrible. I've tried it like 2 or 3 times. The cauliflower one is actually the only one that's actually really good.
And then finally, this Friday, we're finally getting a game that's been out in, I think, Japan for a while, and this might be the wrong trailer.
Squid Crust.
Even if it's the right game, it might be the wrong trailer.
Japan.
Everybody smack your friend. It's siren time. Yeah, this is called Counterfight, and this might be the Samurai Edition. Dave Station messaged me the other day, and he was like, "Did you mean to put the Samurai Edition trailer in PSVR this week?" And I was like, "Oh, there's different versions." So Counterfight, yeah. See, Samurai Edition. This is like more characters and more things to do and stuff. So and we don't know which one we're getting. We don't know if we're getting the original Counterfight or the updated version. But why wouldn't they bring us the updated version? Why wouldn't they bring us a new one? And the answer is, of course, to sell us the game again in like another 2 months.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get the full version. If not, we'll see what happens. But this is coming out Friday. This is like Taco Master. This is like every single game that's even remotely close to this.
Right.
You get an order. You got to make it really fast, and you got to serve the customers before they get mad. They get mad very quickly. I've been playing the Japanese version. And then robbers come into the store, and then you have to throw something at them, and they run away crying. It's awesome. But it literally is like one of the most difficult games I've played. The learning curve is so steep. Like,
Well, you have to learn how to make these. It's basically like all these different recipes, right?
that's the problem. Is that like I don't know if there's a tutorial because I don't know Japanese.
Right. Well, that is a problem.
But basically, like, yeah, you just kind of like start the game, and they're like, make this, make this, make this, make this, make this, and I was like, is this what Japanese kids are raised like? It was like this is just your life now. And it's.
I know I'm very hungry now.
I know, right? It all looks so good. I really want some like pork belly ramen.
Yeah.
Pork belly ramen.
It just
I don't know if I've ever had pork
What?
belly.
What?
I feel it's amazing. And ramen is. Oh.
The only ramen I've ever had is fucking oodles and noodles.
Oh no! The
Chicken
real
or beef.
The real
like
thing
a-
in a
he's
real
like a-
restaurant is freaking amazing.
He's like, I've only had oodles and noodles, but I just had cauliflower crust on my pizza.
Yeah.
You're cultured in the strangest ways. All right, let's get out of this. That's probably longer than most people are going to play that game for.
All right.
Okay, so that takes care of everything that came out on the PlayStation Store or is coming out on the PlayStation Store this week. Unless you guys did it in unison. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm
Well, no one was with me. They were together, and you were behind.
yeah, I'm not even.
So I don't know. Maybe this is like us trying to do a wave and Werewolves Within.
Oh, that was embarrassingly awesome.
Embarrassingly awesome.
Did anyone record that by any chance?
There is a video of it somewhere. I think Mikey Sensei.
I was just trying to do the wave. I don't care about the rest of it. Just
Mikey's on a plane
Actually,
right now.
I think I have. Do I have the whole thing? I might have the whole thing.
all right.
But it was me
I know, Nick.
starting it right from my perspective.
No more oodles and
But
noodles.
then not being right because everyone's like,
Well, I think
why
halfway
are you
through, I
saying
didn't
that?
realize we were even trying to do a wave. Like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah.
Even better. Nice. All right, so here's the thing. Yesterday was probably
My trouble seems so.
indeed. Yesterday might have been the best day for PlayStation VR
It was huge. Yeah.
since the announcement of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Right. In fact, State of Play happened, and before we even get into the announcements of State of Play, I want to talk a little bit about State of Play itself. This was Sony's new idea to get out of E3, which is definitely showing its age. It's now becoming like very antiquated, and I'm very curious to see what the future of E3 is going to look like.
Yeah.
But on top of that, they've gone to a Nintendo Direct style announcement thing, and it was only 20 minutes long. We didn't know what to expect.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what were you thinking? What did you think it was going to be?
Well, I thought, I mean, honestly, at least 45 minutes to an hour. I thought we were going to see some Sony talking heads. I basically thought we were.
I was thinking of the band. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, Sony talking heads. Like, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah, that would be amazing. But I was thinking it was going to be, a camera on a stage, but at Sony headquarters. Like, basically, hey, this is what we would have done if we were at E3 or whatever. But what we got was, a voiceover, and it was only 20 minutes. It was definitely like, oh, it's over? That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I want to add to that.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing the comments, and I think, again, Dave Station might have been the one who, like, 5 minutes in was like, if this ended right now, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Like, because it
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
they
no,
front-loaded it
yeah.
with so many great announcements that, like, they packed that 20 minutes full with information. Like, it was insane. Like, to the fact where, like, I was like sitting there and I was like writing down game names and trying to get release dates, and I was like, and I don't, there it is, and it's a total mess. I was like, I didn't even get half of them. It was ridiculous.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, it was so front loaded with so much PSVR stuff.
Yeah.
That was like, oh, this is fantastic. This is amazing. Clearly, now it's like that was your appetizer for it. Well, here's the real Sony news. Like, oh nope, this is it.
Yeah.
This was the PSVR announcement, really.
Yeah, and it was epic, man. Like, I almost want to just like run the whole video right now and then talk over it, but instead, I want to go through one by one and make sure we hit every single announcement. And all of these trailers are going to be wrong. Just FYI. All right, so they started off, like, most surprisingly, with a new announcement, a new PlayStation VR game, and it was. This is Ironman VR.
Yeah, this was, I think, the most interesting thing to me, not from it being a VR game, but Sony doing a Marvel license.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've there's been the big issue about, like, they have Spider-Man and whatever, blah blah blah. But to come out swinging with, we're doing a Marvel title right off the bat in VR, was really shocking.
Can that be used as a bartering chip? Like the fact that they have Spider-Man and he is such a big portion of it, and that it needs to be borrowed out, so to speak, first portions. Can they make a deal?
Yeah, there's different licensing for the movie rights and game rights and book rights and things like that. So
Okay.
I think they have. Oh, sorry. They have. Sony has had the Spider-Man rights for a very long time now,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're going to be giving that back to, Marvel, anytime soon. Although, I don't know.
It gets real.
It gets
complicated.
very complicated.
Fox have the rights to X-Men? Isn't that who has that?
Well, yes, but now Disney does because
Right, 'cause Disney, yeah.
it just
Fox
happened.
is- yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so life is better
eventually.
again.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And what's happened with Sony is basically Sony said, "Oh, we tried to make a bunch of Spider-Man movies, and they are not working. You guys are really good with making movies with your characters, so how about you make the movie and you give us some of the money? We're not going to give you the license." And that's how the Spider-Man Homecoming and the next one,
Homecoming 2.
Yeah.
yeah. But
Why am I forgetting now?
I don't know. That's what the chat's for.
right.
It's right.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like Iron Man, that is a solidly Disney. I mean, that was their launch of the the Disney Marvel movies. So to have him be like the number one trailer they showed for this is again very shocking, very surprising.
Yeah, I'd love to see more of what this is. Like, obviously, they only showed a very, very short clip in that trailer of actual gameplay, and
that's my concern too. Yeah,
yeah. How many people stuck on the black screen for a long time? Aless just swung by. He goes, the black screen stream was getting boring, so I decided to stop by here. I was like, wow, that was like 30 minutes ago. I was like, thanks for finding us. So sorry, guys.
no, that's it was
Far from home.
it was
Thank
Chris's
you,
comments.
Sonic.
Oh, I'd never even heard the name. Whoa, Ace
Figure out
Bill.
what the name of it.
Thank you so much for the
Hey.
donation, dude. He sends an awesome donation and says, Pete Snorgy, hit the like, cats.
Yeah. Swipe.
Ace Bill's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Chris there basically said my concern is like I hope it's better than the Spider-Man experience.
I mean, anything already is. Like, the fact that you're making something in VR means it's better than the Spider-Man Homecoming experience.
Yeah.
It was Homecoming, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Because the only gameplay segment they've showed is kind of this Rush VR thing where you're flying like face forward, like hands out,
Right.
With and I know that's not how you play Rush. Shut up. And you're like shooting things as Iron Man, like in the stratosphere, atmosphere.
Yeah, atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
The stratosphere is part of the atmosphere, so
Is it further up?
that's getting past the. Yes, sure.
Can we use that as a des nugget on the next show?
There's a stratosphere, ionosphere.
But anyway,
mesosphere.
you're kind of like on plane level, where the planes fly, wherever that is, and you're shooting stuff, and it's like 5 seconds of the entire trailer. It's all you get. So I'm curious to know like what other gameplay elements is going to be. Is it going to be like the Spider-Man thing? Is it going to be like an experience? Are they going to make a game out of it? Because obviously the what's happening on Oculus, Marvel-wise? Is
the
Avengers?
Marvel Alliance, I think it's called.
Yeah, and that's like their exclusive Oculus thing.
It is, yeah.
It's like we need something like that, and I feel like this was kind of their trade-off. They said, "Hey, Oculus, you can have this, but we're gonna get this over here, right? We got to spread the love around. We got to make sure that all of our third parties are happy."
Yeah.
And Sony being, it's weird to call Sony a third party in that sense, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So very curious to see how that turns out. It says 2019, but that's as far as we've got for a release date, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But that cool announcement only preceded maybe the biggest announcement of the show, which, God, I hope this trailer is right. Indeed it is.
Hey.
This is No Man's Sky VR, and basically the greatest thing about this is not only how cool it looks, because it looks so cool.
I'm gonna be so excited, for all the updates visually too. They've improved a lot.
They've
Too.
improved a lot. It's just doing this like I think this kind of goes back to the whole moniker of VR makes everything better.
Yeah.
Because I only played it at launch. I know they've improved it a ton since then, like a ton.
Yeah.
Like it's a radically different game now.
Yep.
And to be able to just run up to your ship, jump in it, take off from the planet, head into space seamlessly.
You can do that without getting the fuel needed to take off now, or is that still part of it?
You still have to do that, but I'm saying it's a seamless experience from going from land to space. Why are you doing this to me?
David Sergeson, thank you for your donation. Don't forget Project Lux LRG tomorrow.
That's so funny. So I love David Segerson. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. I love David Segerson because David Segerson is me if he didn't have a YouTube channel to run.
Yeah.
Right. He's keeping an eye out on limited run games, and he's his collection. Like, remember when he did the viewer takeover introduction for us?
Yeah.
He had games on his top shelves of his collection that are identical to the games that I have on the top shelf of my collection. And I looked at his and went, "Why does he have that?" And I was like, "Oh, I have that. Why do I have that?" And I was like, I think David Segerson and I are the same person. So if you're interested in running a YouTube channel in your spare time, we always need a little help.
Okay.
Right. If you hopefully he's as good as.
Don't start your own because it makes you crazy.
Hopefully he's maybe he's a good editor. I don't know. Anyway, I could use some help. So definitely. Thank you for the donation, David, and make sure you buy the PlayStation VR limited run. Only 2,000 copies being sold. Come on, Des, get on the shit. You were mad when you missed out on To the Top.
To the Top.
What if Lux turns out to be your next obsession?
Probably not.
It's kind of it's kind of like a fragmented Star game.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna buy it anyway. maybe buy a couple, give some away on the channel. We'll see what happens. What are we talking about?
You're talking about
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
The biggest announcement of the week, and that actually goes back to the live stream that I did yesterday. I had so many technical problems, right? So if you watch the stream, I'm like, people are like, there's an echo, like, oh, the video's frozen. It's like, and I'm like trying to fix all these things. And like the trailer is going for No Man's Sky with PlayStation VR down the corner, and I'm just trying to fix things, and I'm not paying attention.
Right.
And then finally it gets to that last screen where it says, coming to PlayStation VR summer 2019, and I go,
Wait, what was
fuck! Right? Like, then it kicks in, and I stop everything I'm doing and go, holy crap, I missed the biggest announcement by like 60 whole seconds. Right?
Yeah.
And so I didn't even see how cool that trailer was until like after the stream.
The whole time I'm watching, I'm like, he's not saying anything about it. And then all of a sudden at the end, you're like, oh! And I'm like, he didn't see it. Yeah.
So totally missed it.
Here's the thing that we're all excited about this because we know kind of the background. So Amanda, you saw the trailer. Does that grab your attention at all? Like, do you have any idea why we're so excited?
I don't know. Right now, I'm just more interested in games that won't make me sick. So
That's fair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That game makes me sick.
Well, I can see that. Actually, and honestly, I'll probably have to tread lightly on it too because there's a lot of like vehicle
Space movements and whatnot. Yeah, it might be a little bit
You are able to play Borderlands.
I'm able to play Borderlands, but one of the Raider vehicle, the first vehicle you get, I can't drive that one.
Never,
Yeah.
ever?
Oh, wait, just the Raider vehicle?
The bandit one, I'm fine in.
Do they have different stats?
For me,
speed
they
and
felt
whatnot?
so similar that I was like, I didn't even notice
There's
the difference.
something, I don't know if it's about the shape of the cockpit or how you see out of it,
You
but
said
because they basically, so when you,
That sounds about right.
I said pit too.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
But yeah, so like, there's that, when you first get it, you have to jump over that bridge. That's pretty much, I get it, drive it just enough to do that, and then walk the rest of the way until I get a bandit vehicle.
Really, yeah.
And for anyone who didn't see, oh crap, what's Sean from Hello Games? Great, I forget Sean's last name. That's weird.
Okay. Hi, Sean.
It's gonna drive me crazy. Like if I wasn't on the spot, I would obviously know his
Yeah.
name. Anyway,
Sean Jones.
No, not even close. But basically, he did confirm, just for anyone who wasn't totally sure by the trailer, that 100% every single element of No Man's Sky will be in VR. If it's in the non-VR version, it's in the VR version, and that includes all of the updates from this point forward.
Oh, shit. I, from an alternate me, the GameCat King.1853, just gave a $50 donation.
That's
with
amazing. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Dude, GameCat King 1853, thank you.
You are the king from 1853 on to 2018.
It's 2019.
Yeah, but that's when Jeremy got his.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's fair.
Okay.
This is that right there is more than Jeremy ever contributed to this channel.
That is very true. Yeah. By like at least $49.99.
Did you see the first week that AJ was with us? He posted not only like a review for Vertigo Home, but he also posted a fucking 8-hour walkthrough for Zoom.
Yeah.
Somebody commented, I want to say it was Kevgret, but I could be wrong. He said, "Damn, in AJ's first week, he's already posted more videos than Jeremy ever has on Without Parole."
Very
I was
true.
Like, this is true.
It
This
is
is true.
very
We'll get
true.
you up to speed one of these days.
I will.
When you can quit your full-time job and ignore that family you have.
Yeah. They won't go away. I keep trying.
Awesome. All right, that means, guys, if you're not excited about No Man's Sky, be excited.
Yeah.
Also, when we finally get it, don't harass him about aim support. Can we get on the same page about this? That this is going to be amazing with 2 Move controllers, right? I think it's going to be phenomenal. Aim support is like the bottom of the list for this thing right
Actually,
now.
no, I have exclusive news here.
Yeah.
It's only 3D Rudder compatible.
I hate you. I hate you. Don't listen to Dez, and I'll never say that again. Following up with awesome news is more awesome news.
In Russian.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's basically there was a leak a few days ago. There was like Amazon other countries had a leak, and some other stores in other countries had a leak about Blood and Truth, saying that the game was going to be released May 29th, and it was going to be, I want to say 30 quid, so like $40, 38.50. So we're getting screwed out of $1.50 in conversion rates. And so this doesn't look anything like what we've seen before.
No, when it
All
first
new
started, like,
environments.
what is this? What is this game?
Right?
And all of a sudden you hear the British accent. It's like, oh, is this Blood and Truth? Oh, it is Blood and Truth.
Right. I was like, there's no way this could be the same game that we've been
Right?
seeing. There's no nightclubs. There's
Yeah, I
no
was gonna
whatever.
say, it was
There's
all
no
nightclubs, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm wondering. Oh, there's a nightclub. I was wondering, like, I was like, man, I was like, how big of an experience is this going to be? Right? I have no idea. Is this going to be like a 2-hour movie that is just action packed from beginning to end,
Right.
or is this going to be like a 6 or 7 hour like Uncharted epic where you're just the main character? I don't, and honestly, either way, I don't care. I think it's going to be awesome.
It looks pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of detail they give to the character interaction and like the in-game acting, I have a hard time thinking it's going to be some massive sprawling, Skyrim sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think basically an interactive movie that you're the star of. I mean, if that's 5 or 6 hours long, I could definitely. That'd be worth $40.
Yeah, I think after seeing the London Heist and after playing that, it's like there's some very, very similar tropes going on
Right.
here. We're seeing not only the here, let me see if I can fade back to us. There we go. Man, the bottom scroll is broken.
Oh.
It's just
Aw.
it's just frozen in place.
It's not scrolling. You have to push it.
No, it's not working. So at least the camera's working now. It's like
Yeah.
there's always going to be something that's not working. It's like
Maybe we
OBS.
rotate the camera.
I think
in
I
a circle?
think I updated OBS recently. Maybe it just hates me for that.
Maybe, yeah.
How dare I update
I was
my
working
software,
fine.
right? But there were like at least 3 different things that looked very, very familiar in the in this. After playing the London Heist, there was obviously the shooting segments looked spot on.
Yeah.
But then like there was the vehicle shooting segments.
Maybe.
Right.
So you're like, it seemed like I think you're always the passenger. I don't know if there was any
Yeah.
driving stuff. So while you're being driven around, it's like I think being a passenger in a vehicle in VR and shooting things out the window,
Yeah.
so cool.
Well, I think that's the thing. Like you see in movies, the guy driving and shooting like that. That's not a real thing that happens. You can't do both well. So yeah, you're always gonna.
I bet
was
you
that on
Keanu can
Mythbusters?
do both things.
Well, I don't know if it's been on the system, but I'm sure it should be.
Should be.
Yeah.
Driving and shooting, yeah.
And the other thing is they're like character interaction. So it's like you're
Right.
sitting at a table, somebody's like leaning over the table and
that was
talking
what
to you.
did it to me. It's like
Yeah,
he's
like-
leaning over there, staring at your face, like, oh,
I've
yep,
seen
that's
this,
one.
right? But here's what I want, right? The London Heist was a good segment of VR worlds, right? It was like this packed in thing. It was like, oh, here's some of the things we could do. But like, I was always taking that lighter and trying to burn that guy's face,
Yeah.
right? It's like trying to burn the money and trying to do all these things. And there's some things that worked and some things that didn't. It was so cool to like light a cigar, put it in, just leave it there, and then you could actually go. And it would blow smoke out.
Really,
And
yeah.
I swear when you did that, you could taste the cigar. I swear. I don't know how they implemented that, but it was fucking great.
Are you sure you weren't just actually smoking? And
I mean, I might have been on fire. I've been studying spontaneous human combustion, and I'm pretty sure that that's yet another thing I believe in that I shouldn't believe in.
I know, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't thought of that one.
You know
in
what
a
I've been
while.
watching a lot lately, and I'm going to derail this for just a second.
go for it.
The original episodes, the Robert Stack episodes of
Oh,
Unsolved
oh,
Mysteries.
so
Oh my God.
freaky.
It's just as good now as it
terrifying.
was then. It was so good.
Scarred me for life.
I was listening to something, and they used a snippet from one of the episodes of that.
Brings you right back, doesn't it?
It was 99% Invisible. They were talking about like the drug tunnels, and like I heard his voice like, wow, oh my God, and suddenly I'm like 12 again.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch those at night. Like if I was home alone and was watching, like I would be like so scared out of my mind.
It was
I
the
just
music.
couldn't watch
Oh, the
them.
It
music.
was Robert Stack's
Oh, yeah.
voice.
I
Terrifying.
couldn't,
The whole
couldn't
thing.
watch them. Yeah.
Yeah, people in the UK are like, what the fuck are they talking about? Did you guys have Unsolved Mysteries out there or any other countries, or was that uniquely American?
It
I
was-
feel like they must have syndicated it
They
to
had
other
to
countries.
have.
It was probably like confusing queries or something like that.
That show went on for way longer, too, than it should have, after Robert Stack.
There's no way the host was nearly as like scary. It was probably some British dude just being all cheeky and shit. I like saying cheeky when I talk about British people. He's sitting there in a dark room like drinking like tea and eating crackers. Is that crumpets, crackers? I don't know. Fucking.
Biscuits.
Probably David
biscuits.
Attenborough.
I bet it was awesome. Whatever it was.
It's like the Stelladoro guy, whatever, the most interesting man on the planet.
He's
Did you say
Dos Equis.
Stella Dora?
Dos
Yeah,
Equis.
Dos Equis.
What's Stella Dora?
Or is it Corona?
Those are cookies, actually.
Yeah, they
Stella
are.
Dora.
They are.
Isn't it, is
Stella,
it Dos Equis or
Stella
Stella
cookies.
Artois?
It's Dos Equis. It's one of the
Dos
Mexican
Equis.
ones. Either
It
Dos
is-
Equis
it is
or
Dos
Corona.
Equis.
But, yeah.
What would I do?
those commercials are
Dos
funny.
Equis,
The
yeah.
old ones. I don't know if there's like a new guy, right? Like a new
Yeah, because the old one were retired.
Did he?
Yeah, they had actually. I
He
think
was
it was
too
Super Bowl.
interesting.
He was
Yeah.
he was so interesting.
Yeah, he like
Can't-
passed
can't
the
get
scorch
anymore.
runs.
We
when
need
you were
someone less
younger.
interesting than this guy. They're not paying attention on beer.
So the rest of the announcements that we got from State of Play were smaller announcements, but crazy. Oh, and if I didn't say Blood and Truth, the leaks were 1 day off. It's actually coming out the 28th instead of the 29th.
Yeah.
Not bad. We didn't
No.
get a price as far as I know. I think somebody said it was up for pre-order, but there's no price available, so we'll figure that out as soon as we possibly can. The rest of these are they're smaller announcements, but in my head, they're mind-blowing because they're all coming at us rapid fire over the next couple
there's
months.
no huge wait.
And not only that, this is what Sony chose to lead off with on. This is our new way to talk to people.
Yep.
Everyone is going to be watching this because people who don't care about PSVR were watching this. People who care about Sony, period.
Yeah.
Game journalists, everyone was watching this, and they led with these.
Yeah.
Which is,
Yep, it's craziness. But here's so first one that we're gonna look at. You are typing like a madman over there. Also, what up, madman? So let's see. We're gonna check out from Tigertron. If you guys don't know, Tigertron is led by James, the Milkman, Milky from Electronic Gaming Monthly back in the day. Remember him?
Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Yeah,
I
this
remember
is
more.
This is his
than the
studio.
guys.
This is his studio, and they're making Jupiter and Mars,
Really?
PlayStation 4 and PlayStation VR compatible, completely playable in PSVR. This looks. I know that everyone's like, oh, it's like Echo the Dolphin. You know why they say that? Because it's about a fucking couple dolphins.
Right.
James
Yeah.
is like, he's like, yeah, it's. I see the comparison. He goes, that's not what you're going to see the gameplay reminiscent of.
It's like making a game with a hedgehog in it, being like, okay, yeah, he runs fast. It's like Sonic. You know,
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
look the bastard.
Yeah, exactly. But no one can seem to get past the fact that it's dolphins.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, no, it's dolphins, but it's not like Echo.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how much like Echo it is. Maybe James is full of shit.
Yeah, right.
But either way, man, this is a game I'm going to check out at PAX East this weekend.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see this because I feel like in the headset these graphics are going to fucking pop.
Be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those that's like it's on PS4 as well. But why would you ever play it that way?
Yeah.
Right. That's my impression of this video. And this got a release date. This is what I was baffled about. Is that we're starting to see release dates for all of these games. And Jupiter and Mars is coming out April 22nd, which is absolutely insane. And let's switch on over to another one. Again, we're gonna try. I'm not gonna do these rapid fire, but we're gonna go through them kind of quick. Future Lab. In case you guys don't know, Future Lab are the people who made Tiny Tracks, which is a cool kind of
I didn't get
slot
to
car
watch
racer.
this one. I
Yeah.
was making that cauliflower pizza, so I didn't get to see the race. The
Cauliflower
racing
Pizza
game.
comes back. This trailer is way off the screen. I'm not sure what happened there. Sorry about that. But this is tabletop game, 3 other players. It looks like a lot of fun. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I mean, if you got friends, it might be cool. I don't have those, so we'll see.
Yeah, well, that's where I think
But you have
some
many
of the
cats.
most interesting part in VR multiplayer is going to be in this like playing board game style experiences with your friends online.
Well, and sitting around like the table at like playing Werewolves Within
Right.
really made me think, what else can this be used for?
Yeah.
And so these guys are one of the few that are really experimenting with that so far. So way to go, Future Lab. This got a release date as well for June 18th. Also, let's see. Let's check in with our friend Eka over at Outer Loop Games. Hopefully, yes, absolutely. This is Outer Loop. Hold on a second. There we go. Falcon Age. How fucking adorable is this little falcon?
Yeah.
You can fist bump the falcon. You can play with the falcon. You can train the falcon. You can feed the falcon. You can clothe the falcon.
Did
You
they
can
do
do
the
lots of things with the
nose?
falcon.
The dog. Remember the dog through the nose? Like dogs would do that on the internet for a little while.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did he just do that with the bird in
Yep.
the trailer last
Yeah.
night? I thought I saw that.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, man. It's like this is becoming like it's blowing up on Twitter because of all of the like the little falcon memes.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy. Somebody said that there was a price on this in some region for like $20, which would be shocking to me because I feel like this has $30 written all
Yeah,
over
this
it.
looks like a much larger game than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eka said it's like 4 to 6
4 or
hours.
5, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see, and like if it's $20, this is obviously an insta buy game, but this is an insta buy no matter what. In fact, when we're talking about it, it seemed like this is another one of those where it's both. It's PS4 and PlayStation VR,
Yeah.
but man, you can't use the Move controllers on PS4. You can only use those in PlayStation VR.
And that's so much of the point of the game is to be able to
Interacting with the
bird.
Falcon. Yeah, and so to be able to actually hold them here and then fight here and then send them off to do something here, way more
And it's
immersive.
not going to be the same if the interactions are mapped with the buttons. Like, oh, pet, hit 0.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
doesn't have quite the same
Yeah.
immersion level, which that's what VR is all about, kids.
Right.
So we're definitely looking forward to Falcon Age. That got a release date of April 9th. That's like so close. Like, what is it today? 26. Today's 26. It's literally a week and a half away.
Oh,
Yep.
That is insane.
26 already? Holy shit.
I know. This month flew by.
Is over.
I have so much to get done. And coming the month after that, something that I know a lot of you guys are excited about. This is Trover Saves the Universe.
I'm anxiously curious about.
Anxiously curious. So weird. It's so weird. The art style is weird. The fact that it's just it's a third-person platformer in VR, which hasn't been done a lot.
Yeah.
It's obviously, you know, we've done this with Marvels, we've done this with Preda, we've done this with Astro Bot.
Mm-hmm.
But this somehow looks but this somehow looks different than all of those.
Yeah. The worlds seem much larger. And I don't know if you're gonna have like load screens, but when we see it in the trailers, like it looks pretty expansive.
It's like a Jack and Daxter world.
Yeah.
It really looks like a game that's more of a 3D platformer than like a more of a traditional 3D platformer than any of the other games that we've played.
Right.
But also with this like goofy humor and art style. I'm just weirded out by these guys, to be honest.
Yeah.
with
Well,
you.
this is definitely like Justin Roiland art style.
Yeah.
And his humor. So I don't know. Probably ended up being the same as Accounting Plus. Like if you like this humor, then you're gonna love this game. If not, you may want to skip it.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to review this for us.
Yeah, because he definitely like there is a type of humor he makes, and he's really really good at it. But if you're not on board with it, it's going to be a miserable experience.
Yeah, go for more information. Go watch our review discussion of Accounting Plus. Yet another game that only takes like a half hour to beat that we talked about a half an hour for. Yeah. Very strange. People said many times over that our Fruit Ninja discussion was strange because how can you talk 35 minutes about Fruit Ninja? I thought it was gonna be a 20-minute episode when we started.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I was like, we gotta wrap this fucker up. Move.
But it turns out there's a lot more to it than just Fruit Ninja.
Yeah, well, when when we sit there and explain every single power up and explain every single mode like in depth, I was like, maybe we went a little too far on that.
I think it's the point too. Like we both had experience the first time we played it. Like, oh, okay, Fruit Ninja, great, put it away. Yep. Then came back, a few months later. It's like, oh, let's give this some time. Then suddenly you get actually a little more sucked into it.
If I didn't say it already, Trover Saves the Universe coming May 31st. And if you're not getting the accurate impression yet, if you're not getting the accurate impression, Sony is front loading 2019 big time.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no game announced past June. Mm-hmm. Every single game, there's like 12 games on this list, and they're all coming out within the next 3 months.
Yeah, well, maybe they're not doing the whole we have to build up anticipation thing anymore. Maybe they're just and I think that's probably smart with the internet. Like you announce the game, there's gonna be so much discussion of it that week.
Yeah.
And if it comes out 6 months later, people have moved on already.
Yeah.
The conversation's over.
Speaking of a game that we've been talking about for 6 months, I can't wait for
see if the trailer's right.
Game right here. Yes, clap hands. This is Everybody's Golf VR. Oh my god, I can't wait for this game. And the fact that we got a release date, I was almost as excited about this as I was for No Man's Sky VR because the release date is let me just double check here, May 21st.
Oh shit.
It's like 2 months away.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're gonna get to play golf in VR very soon.
Is there multiplayer? Meaning, can you team up with a few people and go golfing?
Here's what we're hearing so far.
That would be fun.
That'd be
I
awesome.
Think. Yeah, I think that would be fun.
I think the downside of Everybody's Golf VR.
None of that. No leaderboards. No.
is that I don't think it's for the last we heard it's not multiplayer.
Okay.
There's only like 3 courses.
Uh-huh.
So I feel like I really hope that Clap Hands is like starting off with the basics. Hopefully they'll sell us this game for like $20, $30, something like that. They sold Everybody's Golf
like 20.
the PS4 one, recent one, for cheap. It was like $30 or $40.
Yeah.
Right. But then there was like DLC you could add on different courses, and it was an amazing deal at launch. And here we can. Nope. Hold on. What is the screen? What is the screen? I love this screen. I don't know what the screen's doing, but it's great. It's just blue Sony screen.
It just.
I want
what?
that. What?
You just said it's
blue,
just
color blue.
Sony screen.
Blue Sony screen.
Oh, it's just like, forget it.
You're so fucking perverted.
I don't mean to be. It's just being an adult. Those words.
And we no, it's like being a child. I said it over and over. You're a child.
Yeah, that's too bad.
All right, so Everybody's Golf's coming May 21st. Without a ton of options, but again, hopefully that's just a platform that I can't even tell you what that email said on the air. I will tell you guys after. That is because I don't want to make fun of anybody who makes games.
Oh
man. That was a victim of bad timing, considering the conversations we've been having.
No, I'm very curious. Cover the mic. What?
They can't hear you, I promise.
Yeah. I gotta say, I had the weirdest night last night. Okay. I was trying to go to bed. It's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's early for you.
My computer kept crashing, and I just gave up on my Angry Birds review.
Yeah.
But 3 hours crashing over and over and over.
Ouch.
I still didn't really fix it, but at least I got it up. Nothing. After 3 hours, I finally got it up.
I missed that.
Jesus. It's like, you're good until you're on cue.
I saw how big is the 3D rudder, and then you're like pointing at me, and I totally missed it.
It's about this big. Remember pogo balls?
Yeah. Yes, we were just talking about them,
bigger than
Desna.
a bread
Yep.
I love
because where
pogo
were we? We
balls.
were at the parade, the St. Patrick's Day parade, and someone was next to us on a pogo stick.
This kid
and our
nonstop
son
for
was
an
asking
hour.
us, "Have you guys ever done a pogo stick?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "But I had a pogo ball when I was a kid, and
Yeah, pogo sticks are awesome too.
Fucking
Pogo sticks,
sucked
pogo
on
balls.
both of them.
Yeah. My pogo stick. Here we go. Was awesome, but the rubber on the bottom of where it hits the ground was like worn through, so like it was actually like a piece. The metal ring was actually every time I jumped on the driveway, it would make a little circle. Oh, my parents almost killed me.
They must have loved
Right?
that.
They're like, well, he went here and then here.
Oh my gosh.
Here and here and here. And then I got a pogo ball that Christmas, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not using the pogo stick anymore.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we tried the pogo ball and it eventually just turned into a thrown weapon between us. So
I don't have the 3D rudder yet. I got to go check the P.O. box later today and see if it showed up yet. I'm supposed to have one by now. I haven't gotten it. We've seen AJ's feet on one. We've seen the commercials for it. It looks literally, if you've got like a size 12, 13 foot or something, it's just gonna, that's about as wide as it is, right? So not very big. It also looks really short.
Oh, really?
From a height component, just enough to rock, and I think it's going to slide right underneath my couch. It's going to be perfect because I don't need more clutter. My HOTAS, my steering wheel, everything, my PlayStation 2 for some reason is like all on the ground and sit in front of my entertainment center, and it has been for like months. I've got enough junk. I don't need to be. But there, you know what? You have to connect a USB cable to this thing. The fact that it needs a USB cable might be its biggest downfall.
Seriously,
because if you don't have a Pro, you're already out of USB cables.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you. All right, so let's keep moving along. That was Everybody's Golf, May 21st. Why am I pointing at the screen? Next up, this remember when we used to do that show, PSVR Theater?
Yes.
An early
I
theater.
loved it. Yeah.
We watched a little trailer called Table of Tales. I don't know if you remember this.
The name sounds familiar.
Okay, well we're gonna go to it, and you're gonna have to climb over Amanda to see it. Can you see it?
I can see that legendary headset view.
There we go. So this is cool because I love when they do this to the Move controller. They
that is very cool.
You know, they make it all ornate, and then the table falls into the screen. I love that, and then everything pops up in front of you.
Yeah.
Right. I love the way this looks. And you're doing stuff, and you're moving your characters around.
Oh, is it turn-based? A turn-based strategy?
I think that's exactly what it is.
Oh. Thank the maker.
Look at them hopping around. Hop. They're adorable.
Oh, I'm
hop,
all about that.
Yeah. So we've been waiting for this game forever. Like it got announced like for PlayStation VR a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Theater on it,
Yeah, we haven't done a theater in forever.
Fucking ever.
Seriously. So the fact that that's back.
How did I miss that?
Oh, I don't know.
Did we not see it when we watched it?
I think it was part of when they had all like the 6 or 7 or whatever all kind of
it was like
together.
bam. Yeah, we're spending a lot of time on each one of these games, but during State of Play, it was like 5-10 seconds.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The amount of time I added the cheese on my cauliflower pizza that they went through all of those times.
How are we still on this? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Table of Tales coming April 16th. It's like literally 2.5 weeks away. Be excited. Be
excited.
Thank you.
Well done, master.
Right?
Take it all, mighty. Sorry.
Now you know what he meant.
Oh no, no, it was pretty
clear.
It was
pretty obvious before, yeah.
I've got to ask. My big question about this next trailer.
Yep.
Is how excited are you guys about Vacation Simulator?
Very.
You're very excited about Vacation Simulator.
I don't know. Des is going to say that I don't play it right again. So.
Do you use your left hand?
I don't know if I should play it. What?
Do you use your left hand in Job Simulator? Because I've noticed that you don't.
I have issues with using both my hands. Yes.
Yeah, she hasn't buffed her dual wield skill yet.
No.
Work on that. It'll make life easier.
The only thing I'm not liking is it's getting away from like the robots. Like there's actually like your avatar is now actually human.
Yeah.
what's the point? Is it just to go into
What is the
the
point?
environment? Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Is it just to interact with the environments?
I mean,
Is there kind of like
You
with
played
Job
Job
Simulator?
Simulator.
You had to do, you had to do things, but then you could also do things outside of what you need to do.
right.
Are they going to still have that, or is it just interacting with your environments and doing whatever?
I mean, I think Alchemy Labs would be insane to get away from the thing that made Job Simulator popular.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have an answer, but man, like I hope that they just pack all these environments with so much stuff to do that you walk in and go, what can I pick up and throw first?
Right.
Right? And although hitting the snooze alarm is something I do in real life, I don't think I need to do that.
Well, I wonder if they're really hitting that camera thing. I wonder if there's like a
There is totally like a selfie mode.
right.
Yeah.
Well, just to get points for taking a picture of this or that thing.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's going to be a huge component in this.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You're on
like, so
vacation,
but I go
lots of
back.
photos.
But I go back to my original question. Black screen, go away. There we go. What are your expectations? Are you looking forward to this? Have we see? Let me back up a little bit. Every time we publish a top 20 list, somebody goes, "Where's Job Simulator?" And I go,
Yeah.
"What other games have you played?"
Yeah.
Because if you've played 200 other games, Job Simulator starts falling out of your top 20 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's an awesome launch title. It's a really fun game. It's one of those games that like you go, oh, this is really good to show a first timer in VR. Because what are the rules? There aren't any rules. You can follow the rules or you don't have to follow the rules. You can do stuff, you don't have to do stuff, do whatever. Just play around. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm like over it.
Okay.
Is it if this is going to be more of the same with like, oh, now with selfies, now with cameras, now with this, now with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm still over it.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited for more Job Simulator if this is what that is? Also, you have till June 18th to figure it out because that's the new release date. June 18th, we got it.
Now, I think some things I'm interested is stuff they. I saw a video with the developers early on in Job Simulator days, and they were excited about being able to place virtual cameras in the space. And like, this is something we really didn't have time to mess with, but we could see this as a way of being like, for content creators to actually host shows and things like that in Job Simulator.
You heard his vocal
Under the
cords.
table,
Yeah.
I stabbed him with a knife.
But there's no hint of any of that happening.
But if they go in that direction, don't you feel like it's just going to be Job Simulator Rec Room Edition?
Well, with kind of some of the solidness and the game design that the Alchemy folks have brought, that wouldn't be that bad of a thing.
Yeah, no, I mean, fucking Rick and Morty was stellar.
Well, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
It's fun to get into a debate. No one's going to fight me today.
No, I mean, no. Rick and
Somebody
Morty,
fight me.
And that's actually a point I was going to make. Is like before Rick and Morty, I would have said, "Hey, Alchemy is making it. I'm in."
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I think Rick and Morty might have been one of those just how many times do you see a licensed game come out that's just like, all right, let's throw some money on it. We'll just get something on the shelf and go.
Yeah.
And Rick and Morty isn't like terrible. It's just not up to the. It's not up.
pretty bad.
It's certainly not up to Alchemy's standards.
No.
And I think that was the biggest issue. Was that like if it was just shit out by some like party we'd never heard of,
Right.
we'd be like, oh, whatever. It's Rick and Morty licensed edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's but it's fine. It's certainly not worth what you pay for it. There's still more to go. If you can believe it, guys. Coming up next is
98
something
goddamn minutes.
I'm super duper excited for. This is Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted VR.
That's one you're gonna play, right?
Is that the one?
After Resident Evil.
When's the release of this
personally,
again?
I just
Not
couldn't
too far
care less.
away.
I know everyone's excited. It's horror and it's Five Nights at Freddy's. It's really popular. But
I've
I
never
just-
played any
I've never played any of them either.
Five Nights
And
at
none of
Freddy's.
them look terribly appealing,
No,
right?
I
Because
thought
like
so.
you're staring at
That's
monitors
right.
the whole time, and then they finally catch up to you and catch
It's like
you.
a
in-
huge deal, and
Right.
I don't know
Oh, yeah.
why.
My kids know everything about it, but yeah, I haven't really seen anything.
Well, this is finally a way for your kids to think you're cool,
We can bond.
right?
Yeah.
No, it's a way for our kids to get pissed at us because I'm not going to let them play, for 30 hours.
Good. Right. But it looks so, and then we got a coming soon from this one. Like, there's not even a release date; it's just coming soon. I have no idea.
Like,
I really
Junior, you
want
need to
that bar in the
mow
bottom
lawn.
to
You know,
start
Dad
animating.
hurt his
it.
ribs again. Playing Beat Saber.
But no, Five Nights at Freddy's there's like how many of them? There's like at least 4 or 5 of them on
It
PC,
seems
right?
like there's
Yeah.
been like one a year for the last 22 years.
it's
I
probably-
missed out on them.
Give or take.
They're constant.
Yeah.
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 What
But-
was the original? And what was the original?
I think it was a mobile game. Wasn't it
Was
originally
it?
a mobile game?
Very
Yeah.
possible. I'm not going to start commenting because I don't
Yeah,
even
I have
know.
no idea.
But the fact is that like this is just like Angry Birds, right?
Right.
these are things that like to push to push the media, not media, medium. Thank you, artist. I didn't even know that.
Medium cauliflower pizza. Sorry. I'll stop.
No, you won't.
Thanks, everybody. That's on our show for this week.
You won't stop. That's no. But to push the medium forward is like we need these titles. We need these kind of like mainstream things. Like we talked about Fruit Ninja for 35 minutes.
Right.
We don't need Fruit Ninja on the console for us, but we need
to get
Fruit
other
Ninja.
people involved who wouldn't do it
Fruit
otherwise.
Ninja is my favorite thing on the face of the planet. I'm
Right.
gonna buy a PlayStation VR headset now. Right.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's. No Man's Sky. These are things that are actually going to convince people to buy a PlayStation VR headset when normally they'd be like, "What's Farpoint?"
Right. If they can get like, so it says coming soon.
Yeah.
If they can get, that launched at the same time, there's some kind of price drop with the PSVR.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see a lot of more sales because you're going to have families that dad couldn't care less about VR, but now you got the kids saying, "I want to play Freddy's," and as much as I don't particularly care about it, horror we know is a great match for VR. This is one of the most popular horror genres of all time, I would have to say. I mean, barring Resident Evil, but it's gonna get a lot of people interested in VR who couldn't care less before.
And if it's anything like the other ones, the price tag's probably gonna be pretty low, so it's gonna be like a low barrier to entry. And it's gonna be, if it's like a $10-15 game, I think you can see a lot of people trying this thing out, like who never would have cared otherwise.
Yeah.
And then finally, this is I want to say one of the more interesting things that's happening, or that happened during State of Play. This is Concrete Genie. Now,
Oh yeah, I didn't really get
but
to
what
see
is
this.
VR mode?
that is the most interesting part of this.
Very skeptical.
Because that is they made it very, very clear.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it said in the No Man's Sky trailer, they said mode. They said VR mode.
Yeah.
Right, and then they said, but it's still a whole game, right?
Yeah.
So this is saying VR mode, but no one's saying yet, it's the full game.
Yeah.
Right.
Although, and if anybody has any proof to the contrary, please let me know.
and
I haven't been like scouring Twitter or anything.
And I think we can take Hello Games seriously about this because they've paid the price for under-delivering before.
Yes.
So if he says it's going to be VR
Yep.
entirely, it's going to be.
Absolutely.
With this, it could be just like a character build screen. Persona.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah.
You?
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many examples of VR modes. Every time you go into painting mode, is that it? Now suddenly you're painting with move controllers.
Yeah.
Right. We have no idea. It looks beautiful, and if it's more than just a dressing room mode,
Yeah.
I'm like, now I'm curious. I'm like, how could I dress this kid? How could I undress this kid?
Now.
No. How old do you think he is? Anyway, he's way too young. But this would be awesome in VR, and it's so beautiful. I mean, like, and I know we're gonna make fun of Jeremy for like the colors,
Yeah.
but they're so
can't see
big and vibrant. It's just this is something you want to see in VR
Well,
that I will never play on a flat screen.
And that's what makes me hesitant. I mean, it obviously there's so much processing power going into making those paintings look that great.
Yeah.
Because you've got the different shaders all lying on top of each other like that, multiple levels. That is a lot. I mean,
Yep.
it doesn't look like it's a lot, but that is a lot of processing power going on.
It's a lot of stuff
which
happening for
you
sure. And it's a
don't-
small studio too.
Right,
Polish
and-
Paul says there's 2 VR modes in Concrete Genie. One painting and one they're not saying yet.
All right. There we go. And since it's Polish Paul, we can believe at least 10% of what he says. Just kidding, buddy.
It's only 5%.
I'm also only 5% kidding. And then finally, guys, that was basically State of Play in a nutshell. That was a fucking giant nutshell.
Yeah,
And we
this
have
is State of Play in a nutshell. Help! I'm in a giant nut.
and we have just enough time
Yep.
to play. Should we or shouldn't we? We put 90 seconds up on the clock up on the counter the way that Jeremy likes it, and talk about the
was
things
in a
that
nut.
it's our time down here. Talk about the things that we've been playing and or not watching, Jeremy, and tell you, the loyal game cats, whether you should or should not be playing and or watching. So I think I have a bad feeling. We're gonna do the 90-second timer and nothing's gonna show up. Who's gonna go first? Jeremy's going first. On your mark,
I'll go
get set,
first.
be prepared for the video to go out. Go.
Did it work? It's all
And the
comboed?
video.
The video went out, but the camera's going.
Oh, nice.
I'll try to fix it while you're talking.
Okay. Yeah, so obviously I played Resident Evil again.
Obviously.
Last 2 nights ago. No, it's a live show, so last night. And I felt like I made some progress, even though I didn't. I got to thank Nick and God Cannon, of course. I mean, there were so many people telling me what to do, and I needed it because I need a fucking rifle through the shit. But I got to tell you, so far my favorite part of the game was that puzzle room figuring that puzzle out. I wanted to do it on my own, and I appreciate, somebody was trying to help me. I forget who, and they did say the word, like a bunch of people actually said, light it on fire. And I know I would have figured that out eventually. But I thought that whole puzzle portion, I loved it. Yeah. That was great.
You got the shotgun thing about yourself. I'm like, yeah, you got it. You figured it out. Awesome.
So that was great. But I do have to just talk about something I watched. The OA. I mean, it's on Netflix. Last year was the OA show. Okay. Did anybody watch the OA?
I have no. We saw your tweet and we're like, look, what is this?
Yeah, we didn't know what it was.
So I really enjoyed season 1. It came out, I think, right around the time Dark came out, and that was a great show on Netflix too. That season 2 will be on soon, but this I don't want to give away plot points because you really should go and watch season 1 because I enjoyed season 1 thoroughly. I gave it like in my head, solid 8.
Oh, we're back.
Season 2, though, I gotta say, you need to watch season 1.
I'm sorry, you're out of time.
To go to season 2.
I'm sorry, you're out of time.
Incredible.
So let's do.
Amanda, you're up.
We literally have 4 minutes to get 3 more of these done.
Oh, do it.
All right, Amanda's up. On your mark.
Get set.
Get Des. You already got him. Go.
Twice.
Hey. All right, so I played Astro Bot last week and I got sick, so I only got to like the 3rd level, which was under in the caves with the mushrooms, which it's an absolutely gorgeous game. I was very upset that I did get sick and had to stop. Definitely, obviously worth it. Obviously, I know these guys love it. It's beautiful. Hopefully, I can get back to it at some point. But the one before that I played was Dead Hungry, which I don't know if any of you saw that stream. That was a very weird kind of game.
I was shocked that convinced people to buy the game.
I know some people had that game, saw that stream, went back and then played it again because they didn't like it the first time and went through it. Other people bought the game because of my stream.
It's really fun, just really difficult.
It's very difficult. It was very difficult. You have to be so fast with everything. Although I do wish they had changed the environment, like where you were with the food trucks. Yeah. If like, each level they had like a different background or something, or even like the zombies were a little different. So, would I play it again? Probably not.
So shouldn't we?
But I don't know. Maybe.
How far did you get? I didn't see the whole stream.
I got up to the 10th level. So I got up to the boss. And then the boss came into my truck with his face at the end, and I couldn't give him any more food at that point, so obviously I had lost at that point, and then I was like, yep, I'm done. Because it was like over an hour and a half I'd been playing, and I'm like, I'm not playing that again, so, but, yeah. Alright, I'm done. Yay!
Alright, Des is up next. On your mark, get yourself, and...
Go!
Nope, go!
Get myself. Alright, so...
I got myself.
Honestly, the only thing I've been playing other than games I can't talk about... I've been, well, because
I should start saying that every week.
Yeah.
Well, games I can't talk about.
Jeremy's got his own YouTube channel.
But I
not allowed
proof.
to watch it.
Yeah. Next Monday, they'll see the proof of the game I was playing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I have been, I've been back into Borderlands, man. I pulled out to try the aim controller. I think I talked about that last week in the Should We or Shouldn't We. But even though I put the aim controller back away,
different reasons.
I just let it sit there. No.
Amanda, that's where you take over. Oh, sorry. Anyways, go on, guys.
Anyways,
do you notice how weird ears are?
So that's my time, folks. But yeah, I've been just really exploring because I did my first playthrough with just Zero, because I'm like, oh yeah, I like the assassin, the kind of sniper kind of person. But man, the Siren, Maya, I think her name is, that's my jam. So that's great. So I'm back on that. If you haven't played Borderlands yet, do it. You don't have to bother with the aim controller. I know I'm going to make people upset. But you
can bother with the aim controller because it's patched in now. So
you can.
All options. What are you using?
Just the DualShock.
I'm a Move guy.
Yeah. I think with the Move and the DualShock, they kind of fixed it. The aim controller, it is cool, but it's actually like I find the zooming in on scopes even more disturbing than it was before.
Oh, interesting.
Because you want to hold up to your eyes, right? And look down the scope, and then see down the scope, but you don't. You see down this TV screen. Hey, he went over too.
Anybody?
It's changed, Des. Now we actually stop.
Okay, cool.
All right, and then finally. Oh wait, I'm up, Asia. Wait, where's the timer? Oh, there's the timer. All right, on my mark. Hey Des, I got you. Go. I'm going to talk about Skyworld because my review's going to be late. Skyworld came up on the store today. I think it's like $25 or $20. I forgot how much that is. But what it is a it's a combination real-time strategy game / TBS. There's lots of letters, but it's cool because basically you're like managing this country, you're like raising taxes and like supplying food to people, and then like you're trying to like manage resources. Like you got a mill over here that's making wood and one over here that's making food to feed the people, and if you don't feed the people, they don't give you the taxes. It's all sorts of craziness. We don't have a limited supply of workers, and it's like it's stressful as all hell. And if you've never played one of these games before, like I apparently haven't, because like I've played Corix, I've played like games that are similar to this. But like never this deep, and people are going to make fun of me because this isn't that deep compared to other games in this genre.
No Puerto Rico.
It's probably not a Puerto Rico. Anyway, but then you get into battles. Then you get into battles. In battle, it's like, remember Legends of War or League of War VR Arena, where you like take your troops and you start throwing them on the battlefield, and you place them and you basically shove them at the other person.
Yeah,
it's that, but it's all time based, right? TBS. So TB. Something. I'm really bad at letters. And so there's more strategy involved with those battles. So it's basically made League of War Battle Arena. League of War? It made that obsolete in like a heartbeat. It's an amazing game. You should buy it. Yes, you should. It's really difficult. Okay, done. That's it. That's it. All right, you guys. And we packed this show fucking nonstop from beginning to end.
Got started late.
Hopefully this makes up for last week where we didn't really talk about anything. But thank you guys so very much for hanging out with us. We got to get out of here. I know these guys have things to do and places to be. Make sure you support us on Patreon, patreon.com/withoutparole-games. Thank you. Make sure you leave your viewer takeover questions in the comments or on our Discord server. Also join our Discord server. Also, if you change your name to GameCat, put #GameCat. And that's pretty much it. We love you all. For Jeremy, Amanda, and Des, I'm Brian. We'll see you next week.
Next week.
Oh, actually, we'll see you tomorrow because viewer takeover. That's the thing.
Oh, and then is E3 this week or next week? I mean, PAX. Sorry, E3.
PAX is this weekend. Come see us at PAX this weekend.
Yes.
Sunday, Saturday. That's it.
I will have wristbands.
Oh, you have wristbands?
I do.
I'm not like out of wristbands.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's go.
Like
Bye.
2,000.
Bye.